Okay, so the end of the net, like this over here, got pulled through. So it's maybe accidentally someone wasn't paying attention, and it went all the way through into the white part of the net on this side. So this side you can see that the loop, it's not over here, it's in my hand, and that's a difference of maybe like 2.5, 3 feet. Okay, so to pull this out, I'm gonna just kind of like wiggle it through slowly, but there's a few things to keep in mind. So inside this white part of the net, there's usually kind of loose ends from the net mesh that are kind of just hanging out in here, and that can be a problem when you're pulling it through, because if you pull it through and it gets kind of caught inside that mesh, it's going to be really difficult, especially for a longer distance like this, maybe even impossible, to keep pulling. So you want to push that edge cord, all the way to the front, or like to the top, the more net part of the net. Cable and the loop over here close to the bottom. That's really, really important down the line. So my loop's over here. I'm going to hold this side, so kind of in the loop, right behind the loop, and I'm going to kind of stuff as much of the white part, well, maybe not as much as I can. I'm going to stuff a fair amount of it on, and then I'll hold this part, so this part of the loop, this part of the cable. I'm going to hold that tight, and then just undo this a little bit, and wiggle it through, and pull it far down the line. You want to pull this through at least as far as it is from this side. So if there's 3 feet over here, you'll need to start kind of wiggling this down around 3 feet as well. Okay, so it's going to take a little while. You can kind of do it in chunks too, so I can do a little bit, again, keeping it, I'm always pushing that net cable towards the rest of the net, so I'm always pushing it kind of down and making sure that my loop is the only thing that's around the top part. Okay, so I'm going to push a little on here and unravel it over here. Push a little bit more here, unravel a little bit here. You get the idea. Always making sure that though there's a loose end in there, I'm going to push it all the way down. And again, that's really important, because you can get super far and it's going okay, but then you'll have a really hard time unraveling it, and that's because it's probably stuck inside there somewhere. So really important to make sure that you're not overlooking that part, or you could have to redo a lot of work. Don't ask how I know. Okay. Keep pushing it down. You can kind of see why you want to push it down pretty far, because it gets harder and harder to like keep that part that's compressed, and to keep pushing it through when there's a part that's compressed. Oh, there's another cable. I'm going to push it all the way to the bottom. So now it's over here. I'm going to keep pushing my cable through. Just feel ahead a little bit, see if there's anything. Take your time, enjoy the process, right? Enjoy the process. Isn't that like one of your fitness coach things? This is not actually fun at all. Still going well. Still allowing me to push through without anything bunching up and getting really difficult. I'm about halfway, so all that prep is being very helpful now. Don't want to ruin it.
No shift even.
Oh, no.
No.
It's just a part of life now. Okay. Now, if you end up not having enough room, so right here it's getting pretty hard, it's getting pretty bunched up, you can either get someone to kind of hold the loop where it is inside here, hold it really tight, and go past where your bunching was happening. So I'm a few feet away, and I'm just going to start to pull a little bit. Make sure that your grip is tight though, because you can accidentally, if it slips, you could pull yourself back a few inches for sure. Oh, did I mess up? Did I mess up? Oh. Seems fine. Oh, did I catch a cord in here? Oh, I think I might have. Oh no. Well, let me see. So you can see, maybe, I don't know if I struggle with showing it. There's this part over here that feels like it's kind of caught and it doesn't want to undo itself. So that probably means that I caught that loop inside one of the little strings inside here, and now it's going to be annoying every single time. So we'll see if I can make it past there or not. I might have to back up a ways and start that section again. So you can see it's not that fun. Uh-oh. So if you're close enough to the end, like I'm about a foot away, so it's probably not close enough, you might be able to get away with like getting the loop to the end and just kind of yanking it through. Because you'll have more strength to be able to hold on to it, it might work. But I think in this case I'll actually probably have to pull it back because it just doesn't want to go past this area here. Okay, so I'll pull it back a little bit. Not screw it up again. So I probably just went a little too fast in this section. Yeah, I can feel it. Now I just have to make sure that the end of it is not inside the loop, not caught on that little metal piece inside here. I could call it a collar, possibly. Okay, so I think that string sort of started where my thumb is, and the loop is over here. So now I just have to make sure that when I'm putting the loop in again, that string stays again towards the net side, and then this travels along the edge so they don't actually interfere with each other. Just the cable, once you're past the loop and the sleeve, that metal sleeve, then it won't be an issue. But it has to get past there without tangling. Did I get it? Can't tell. Maybe. I'm going to kind of flip the loop or push it so that it's in this direction instead to get past that area. Hopefully this helps. I think I might have got it. No, it's still stuck in the string. Okay, back out. Alright, I don't feel the string through it. Okay. Make sure. Third time's a charm. Always traveling on the outside, making sure that the strings stay on the inside. So I get it through this section, I think it'll be a little bit easier. There were so many cables inside there. Yeah, I think we're through the worst of it. Alright, so I got my 1.5 2 feet left. As long as I stay on the outside, I don't let any of the other cables, should be smoother sailing. Probably have to uncinch it. One more time. Yeah, it's a little too bunched up, so I'm going to hold this section again and then just kind of move this down. Uh-oh. This section. Jesus. Might be a stitch that's caught in there. I'm not sure. I'm quite sure I did this part correctly. So okay. Not sure what happened there. So, just little bits at a time if there's this kind of a stuck section. I'm not even holding it by the end now, I'm just doing it by the cable. In that one section that seemed to be giving me a lot of trouble. Seems like I'm getting through it again. Still gotta make sure that end isn't catching any more cables though. Or any more net ends. Yes. getting pretty close. Less than a foot. Hopefully I won't have to undo all of the bunched up areas again. I think I'll have enough room. At this point you can start to see the lights. Your belief in life itself comes back. Your hopes for the future, for the children. I'm starting to get delirious. Oh, did I catch? Oh, I caught a string. I think. I started to. Might be okay. It's just an end that kind of got stuck in the loop. I think if I'm moving slowly, I can get past it. If I bunch it up too much, then it'll probably get stuck. To remove some bunching, I think. So push that down the line a little bit. Everything gets a few. That string. Alright, last little bit. So there's one section I kind of rushed through, and I can feel it. It's right in here somewhere. And it doesn't want to move very much. I might get away with it just because I'm so close to the end. I might be able to kind of pull it through, even though, but I might have to go back. Sure hope not. Alright, look at that. Oh, a sight for sore eyes. Okay, so I have the end now, and I definitely want to make sure that that's not going anywhere. So you can stick a pen in there or a carabiner. I'm going to use the I'm going to use the carabiner. Okay, so now I can be a little bit more forceful. Hopefully I can get that string out. That was kind of in this area. If not, I'll have to actually go back and do it again. But now that I have one side, you can get someone else to hold the net up and then kind of pull all of that bunching way further down. So I'm going to do that now. Can you guys grab one? Okay. So you kind of hold this up and then just pull this part over here. No, and you also like kind of pull them. Then.
Are we getting paid?
Am I getting paid?
For it not
You're not. You don't show up on the camera. It doesn't count. Can you pull over the... Yep. Does it want to go any further than where it sort of started?
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh no. No.
No? Okay. Here, can you hold this side? Okay.
You're coming this way.
Hmm?
You're coming this way.
Kind of in the court. What?
That first table kind of
Is that all? Oh, sorry. Can you hold it? Kind of tight. Okay, all right. Can you pull that away from you? Alright, so I managed to get a lot of it untangled, but you can see this section over here, clearly it got tangled inside something internally. So one of these net strings, it's wrapped around somewhere, probably around where my fingers are, and it doesn't want to go any further. So you could try to just rip through as much as you can, and if it doesn't want to go, you'll probably actually have to back this out for that portion and try again. But the good news is I have all of this section now where the line goes through smoothly. So it's going to be a lot easier, a lot less bunching happening around. So yeah, guess I'll just do that now. Alright, time to go back. I kind of remember it's around here, so. Yeah, I can feel the cable, the loop got caught in a string, so I'm going to go even further, a little bit further back. And go back at it. Hopefully last time, third time's a charm. It's tangled pretty good. Okay, so twisted at 90 degrees. I'm pushing those. Oh, I found that stupid end that I got caught on. So right over there. Pushing them all to the bottom, being very careful. I know there was a problem in this area, so I'll just be careful. A little bit at a time, making sure that this is always the closest thing to the top. There's no little extra strands. So far so good. No extra strands. Okay. bit more, a bit more. My fingers are actually starting to hurt. Like ripping duct tape. It's not bad for a little while, but then after a while it starts to really make your hands sore. Okay. It's all still unbunching on its own. That's good. Good sign. Just gonna move the bunch down. Okay, we see the end again. This time it should be much freer than last time. So I'll put the, whatever it is, so the other carabiner, and then now I should be able to pull freely through to the other side. It's going to be difficult because you have to have it more or less straight to be able to pull it, but at this point I could just hook it onto one of the poles at the gym and do it there. And it's probably not that hard, so you don't have to, once you get to this point, as long as you know that it's not caught inside here, like it's all kind of moving around okay, then I can just bring this back as it is. But I do want to talk about one more thing. So to prevent this, we want to make sure that there's no way that this loop end is going to be able to get back through here by accident when somebody's not paying attention. So my suggestion, just based on what we have around, is usually sport tape. Wrap it around here, just in front of the metal sleeve, so that it kind of gets bunched up, can't go any further. So just wrap until there's no way that it can fit through this hole. So I'll just do that now and then show you what it'll look like. It's not exactly a small amount of sport tape. So, but that being said, now there's absolutely no way that this could accidentally get pulled through. This is now secure. The other option would be to have carabiners on every single one of these ends, because the carabiners can't fit through this hole either. They'll get a little bit far, but they won't go fully through, I think. So those are the options. In a pinch, I think this works well, and you can use another kind of tape too. Just something that it'll kind of bunch up a little bit, and it'll prevent it from making it back through that hole. Doesn't look perfect, but it'll do the job very well. And yeah, that's that.